My name's Daniel. I'm 14 years old. I burnt Chrissy up in the first round, and the rest of you are going to be left eating my dust.
Brand new intro for when we go live, Dan. Did you like that?
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
I mean, you didn't fall for it.
I still want to exercise my right to be forgotten.
I'll make something new. I just need time.
Won't. It'll be exactly the same video.
I just need some time.
Same video, more echo.
Remix. It's just Dan mirrored.
Use AI to replace me with Tim. Then we're talking.
Oh, that could be fun. My name's Daniel.
Basically,
Dan, we've only got 30 seconds for the intro.
Yeah.
I do have a Tim video. I just don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I've been sitting on this for like 2 years now.
The Apprentice.
Oh, I could do something. Well, no, that's only like half a second long.
Yeah.
So they cut 80. They cut 89 minutes and 59 and a half seconds out from the video BT they got a Tim.
None of the above. That's it. Stardom.
Yep.
There's no eating my dust.
Nope. Nothing is. Nothing can compare.
Right. Let's.
Have we got any people out there? Hello, internet. If you're out there.
Hello.
I don't think we have anyone out there. Or the viewing's broken, maybe. Who knows?
I would like, for the sake of my ego, I would like to say, yes, the viewing is broken.
Okay.
I mean, it's possibly true anyway.
I mean, I kind of got swamped again this week, so I was a bit lacking on the uptake, getting everything ready this week.
Dude, it's all good, man.
That's okay.
Oh, mate. Shall we do a podcast?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yep. Let's do one of these.
Okay, I love you.
And the intro.
Episode
3.
Eating my dust.
Come in my love cupboard.
We'll do it live.
BRB UK.
Do it live.
Worse teeth, better accents.
We'll do it live.
Hello, and indeed, ahoy, hoy. Welcome, everyone out there in here and everyone in between to episode 653 of BRB UK. I am Dan. I'm one of your hosts. Hello. I'm joined by Coleman, who, despite his protestations that he's really, really busy at his high-powered job, found time to make whatever that was you heard at the beginning of the show. And then there's also Tim. Hello, Tim.
Yeah, also me. For some reason.
15
how's
minutes.
Also Tim.
Yeah,
15 minutes this week, Dan.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. And that was only because I was trying to make something more elaborate and gave up on it.
Just mash the soundboard instead, yeah.
Let me just do this. I've got a meeting. I've got to stop.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Dear AI, please abuse Dan.
I wonder if I can get AI to make intros for me. I'm sure I could.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't already, to be honest with you.
Nah.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't replaced Tim with AI yet.
I mean,
Who says we haven't?
yeah. How'd you know?
We bought a dodgy version of ChatGPT. It's a couple of generations
GPT.
behind.
ChatGPT is general basic, basically.
Generally, basically, Tim. That's what it
Yeah.
stands for.
Basically
EBT.
Yeah.
Basically Tim.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep. How have your
Podcast.
weeks been, chaps?
Manic, but that's okay. I played a little bit of video games, and that's all you
Yeah,
can really
you
ask
did.
for in this crazy
Yeah,
mixed-up world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. And Tim, you've been playing video games, I see, if the agenda is to be believed.
Yes.
Okay, quick straw poll, gentlemen.
Yes.
How many of us have, just cashing in on last week's news zeitgeist, how many of us have cancelled our Xbox Ultimate or Xbox Game Pass membership?
I'm planning to, but for some reason mine hasn't gone up yet. I'm in two minds. I'm either going to cancel it or I'm going to put it down to the very basic package just so I get access to the games I'm currently playing, and then when I'm done with the games that I want to finish, I'll just cancel it altogether, possibly.
I should cancel out of principle, but at the moment they seem to be doing a thing where if you've been subscribing long enough, they're just keeping you at the price for a period of time. So I'm staying on it for now, and then when I get a thing saying, "Hey, we're going to put the price up for you," then that's when I'll cancel.
Yeah,
because I don't use it enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me,
Seems
it's still
to be a
saying
horse in your room, Dan.
There was, yes. That explains the long face, Tim. Before you go in for that one,
damn it, I was going to do that one.
Yeah.
I lost my rim shot. There it is.
No, I haven't been playing Neverwinter this week either. Thank you. I'm here all week, tip you waiters. Yeah, mine's still staying. I thought mine looked like it was staying at like the 15 quid it was, but because Gmail loves burying all of my emails in a way that makes it singularly useless to use as an email client these days. There was buried in that, oh, by the way, don't tell anyone, but we're increasing it to 23 quid in November. So this might be your last month of stuff. So, But yes, no, so I just saw Sam Ronin popped in chat. Yeah, I also had the comedy verify your age, despite the fact I've actually had an Xbox membership for more than 18 years. I worked out.
Yeah, I know I was late with mine because I used to share mine with a household. Naughty Coleman. But
Coleman.
I think I must have had mine since like 2008. I want to say 2008, 2009, around about that point. Quite some time. Yeah. Anywho, Xbox continues to Xbox. There's been weird reports of stores pulling units from shelves for some reason. There's are they making an new Xbox? Are they not making a new Xbox? They say they are. Insiders say they aren't. The ROG Ally is too expensive.
You almost went Trumpy there. You almost went Trumpy.
The ROG Ally is too expensive. 100% tariff on the ROG Ally.
Well, no, quite exactly. I mean, the ROG Ally, I'm resisting the urge for that at the moment because I would like to play some of my PC games with a slightly beefier Steam Deck, but I might just wait for the inevitable Steam Deck upgrade.
Yeah, it does seem like a good device, but very expensive. No,
I think it'd make a lot of sense if you still had Game Pass Ultimate and you wanted to play all of that stuff on the move because it's quite capable. But I am. Yeah, as soon as the price goes up, like you, Tim, I'm probably going to bump it down to the cheapest.
But it's one of those things where I put out, I was going to say a tweet, but it's not a tweet because it's on Threads. Whatever a Threads is. But I put out a thing the other day just saying, I don't understand the timing of the announcement. They could not have picked a worse time. Like, literally, for one, they promised they wouldn't do this when they bought Call of Duty. Secondly,
no, they didn't.
It was just when a massive PlayStation game that was coming out that was probably gonna suck some attention away from them in terms of people will be like, well, I'll be playing this game for a while now anyway, so maybe I don't need my Game Pass as much. The ROG Ally is just about to hit, and I kind of put it that device is semi-useless without a full Xbox Game Pass subscription. It's not entirely, but it does play a large part into what the device is kind of.
I mean, that is kind of like saying
the device.
That is like saying an Xbox, a PC is useless or an Xbox is useless without the subscription. You can still play games on it. You can still buy games. You just don't have the subscription to use the Netflix of games.
But Game Pass is a good reason to own one, or gives you a good reason to play games on it for a cheap price.
that's why the craziness is that I really want to try a ROG Ally with Steam OS because I hear that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
bet you
Windows
that's
apparently
incredible.
doesn't work well on it. But I don't understand the timing of why they thought it was a good idea to release it now. The only thing I can think
Because
of
the pre-orders are done.
the
No,
pre-orders are
because
done. And
Phil
they thought
Spencer has hit his magic retirement number and is just out there. He wants to get severance pay.
Well, I
He
think
wants
also
some of his- some of his
the
pension.
rumors is that the figures came out for how much they lost from putting Call of Duty on Game Pass, and they were told they need to claw some of that money back. But
It
I
was
don't think that's
300
going to have
million they lost,
that
wasn't
effect.
It?
I just
some
don't.
stupid number.
I don't get it. Like, yeah, but it seems ridiculous timing. I just think they are going to end up losing money on that grade. They must have run the numbers and gone, okay, we'll lose this percentage of people, but a lot of people will just not do it. But it's created such a bubble of attention that I think a lot of people that wouldn't necessarily have cancelled just because of the price increase have gone, hang on, oh, this is getting a lot of attention, or there's a lot of negativity. Actually, how much do I actually get and how much am I using the service? And it's made people appraise how much they're using it. And I think they've lost a lot more people than they were expecting to.
Well, that's exactly what it did for me. Actually, maybe it's like a lot of these subscriptions. The business model is you rely on people not squinting too closely at what they're paying for every month.
Yeah.
And that 50% price hike was enough for me to go, hang on, let's actually have a look at what I am getting here. And there we go. But anyway, we have rambled on at length about something that totally isn't in the agenda, and I'm gonna roll the dice and hope for a good outcome here. But I'm gonna throw it to Tim. This could take the rest of the show, Coleman. You've been playing in ball pits. Tell me about ball pits.
Ball X Pit.
No ball pits.
No, Ball X Pit.
No ball pits. It's
Ball
like
times
when you're
pit.
when you're on a beach and you need some form of support and you dig a little hole that just you put your banana hammock in is what happens. Yes, Coleman.
Coleman's got his hand up.
I thought it was Ball Cross Pit.
Yeah, I mean it says Ball X Pit, but it is a cross because it's a times
X is cross.
symbol.
Yeah.
X is cross. Very, very angry. It's an angry game. But
How do you know it's cross?
It's a very good
standard we've
little
been
game.
using for about 10 years in video games.
No. I thought he was just attaching emotional significance to it. I thought he was saying that the X was somehow miffed and was therefore cross.
Yeah.
How does he know? I don't know. I'm going on a very Tim tangent here. I don't quite know what I'm doing.
Anyway, right, for anyone that doesn't know,
I've turned into Tim.
however you pronounce it, Ball X Cross or Ball X Pit rather.
Pit.
But either way, it's a very good little game. It's a very much kind of like an Arkanoid style game, almost crossed with a Vampire Survivors-esque element to it.
Okay.
So instead of like roaming around the environment in any direction, you're scrolling up the screen in a kind of Arkanoid style alley or alleyway or however you want to kind of refer to that that style of game. And you've got enemies that are eventually firing at you, but initially are just blocks in the way. And you're kind of firing them and making them disappear by hitting them a number of times with balls that you're shooting out, basically. And you can change the angle of attack, and you can also position your character in that field. So you can move up the field a bit, but there's generally enemies blocking your path when you go up a certain percentage of the alley. But you are then moving around the environment primarily to like change the angle of attack that you're shooting things, but then also to dodge incoming fire as well. And so you've actually got
question.
Yep.
You said Arkanoid, but there doesn't appear to be much in the way of reflecty things. My view of Arkanoids, you have like a little kind of, it's like Pong, but against a wall.
Go back and review your look at Arkanoid.
No, Arkanoid is... am I going mad? I'm
Yes.
going to Google this shit now. That's what I'm going to do.
But generally, it's there are blocks kind of
Yeah, I'm right.
roving
You're
towards
wrong.
you. What do you
Suck
mean?
it. It's got a kind of a little bat that you move in it. This is you have a person who sometimes... has a
Yes,
ball.
and I said you have a person that you're moving around the environment. That's one of the
But that's
differences.
not
Person is-
Arkanoid.
Person is the bat, enemies are the blocks.
person is the bat. You are constantly firing out things.
This is
You
so
also have
not Arkanoid.
special balls. You're going to like a lot of this terminology now.
All right,
But you have like
okay.
special balls that you shoot out
getting
that
me
you
back.
can upgrade. Each character has a different starting ball. Generally, the first one you get is a bleed one that kind of makes enemies bleed. The second one you get is a kind of I can't remember what they actually call it, but it's a ball of flame that makes enemies burn basically and gives them
Flame
burn
ball.
damage. And you can then pick up to 3 other balls that you can also, as you get further throughout the game, you can actually fuse those balls together, so you get the powers of both of them. And some of them give you like, it just says like lightning X vampire, which will give you the 2 things of those 2 balls. But then some balls go together and actually make a specific type of ball. So if you get these, I can't remember what it is, but it's a stone type ball and a
pebble.
flame. They add together. I think it's iron and flame, but yeah, they add together and make a magma ball that has particular properties, basically.
Hot
and
sticky.
that means that you can then pick up other balls, but you also get like 4 upgrades that do different things. That can be like armor that reduces the amount of damage you take, or different things that kind of give you your balls other special powers or other special properties, like the ability to go through things, or the ability to make other small balls when you catch them, but also. And the reason why you do act a bit more like the bat in Arkanoid is that it's actually useful to be able to pick up your special balls and like actually move towards them and grab them, because then you'll grab them quicker and you can throw them out again quicker. So there is actually some tactical strategy to picking up your balls quickly and firing them off again. But yeah, like it's a kind of roguelike type structure. So each time you die, you go back to the beginning, but then there is a kind of city builder puzzle element type thing where you are getting different buildings, building them, and different kind of areas of crops that you then harvest. And they give you different power-ups that kind of are permanent power-ups for each run, but they also unlock different characters and give different properties to different upgrades to each character as well. And yeah, like it's a really nice gameplay loop in terms of like you get one run done, you kind of set your buildings, build extra buildings, and kind of harvest from those the crops and the buildings that you build, and then that gives you access to more things like other characters and other special power-ups, and then it really like encourages you to go, well, I just want to go back in for one more loop, and I just want to go back for one more game. And now I've built that. Okay, I want to test out that new character and stuff like that. And you have to like position yourself carefully, because the way you harvest things is to literally fire your person off into the fields and buildings that you're harvesting from. So you actually have to like bounce them into it, and they collect a certain amount of things for how many different areas they go through and stuff like that. So you have to tactically like plan that building out. I didn't do that too well the first time I was building it. I've kind of moved things around since, because you can go back in and do stuff, and then you can expand the areas and add more buildings as you go, and kind of build out from there. But yeah, like I only played it for a few hours last night, but I got through the first boss, because like you kind of replay the same level again, and even when you got through it once, you won't necessarily progress to the next level, but you can do it with different characters and go through again. And I think you have to probably beat the boss twice by the looks of things to unlock the next level. And I haven't done that yet, and I've unlocked a few characters, but I only unlocked one other character, even though I've unlocked the buildings to unlock other characters. I haven't actually done that yet. But yeah, like as I said, gameplay loop's great. It's a really good little game. I think it will particularly suit being on a Steam Deck or your Xbox Rogue Ally. I was playing this on Game Pass, maybe one of the last games I review on Game Pass.
Right.
But I'd heard good things about it, and I think
if
it was a day one release on Game Pass, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
but
on Ultimate only.
Yeah.
Curses.
But it's really good. Like I've only scratched the surface so far, but I've already seen like how far down it goes, and it kind of the setup is there's a massive pit that you're descending a lift into, and you go further and further down. That unlocks more levels, basically. And yeah, like I already like want to do one more run and want to play it again and want to have another gaming session on it because I want to see what else I can unlock and how far I can go. And like it gets to that thing where it kind of snowballs. Like you have one run where it seems quite tough and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through that bit. And then the next run, you pick up a load of things, you fuse them together, you do evolutions and stuff that kind of evolve how the different things work and stuff as well. And then you can pick up like fusion things, which gives you like loads of upgrades at once as well. And then all of a sudden you're an unstoppable monster, and it's like, well, I don't see how I'm gonna die now. Basically, like I am immortal.
But somehow, Tim, you do.
Somehow I do.
You're
Well,
special.
not if you beat the boss, but the bosses are kind of a massive like big boss that's coming down the screen and firing loads of stuff in you. It's a big like bullet hell thing, so it changes quite a bit when you get to the boss versus like the general gameplay throughout the level. But so far that's been really good. I really enjoyed the first one. As I said, I'm keen to see a bit more of the game, but so far I really highly recommend it. I think it's really good.
Because this
I
looks
have a
like
question.
it'll be all kinds of fun on the Steam Deck. But
Yes.
yeah, I'm kind of I've loaded it up on Steam. I'm kind of hovering over it.
I think you will love it, Dan, knowing how much you liked Vampire Survivors and other stuff as well.
So you talk about the like how it's suitable for handhelds as well as on home. Is it going to be suitable for casuals as well as hardcores? Because it looks quite grindy but easy to pick up. But I don't know if it's going to be.
I don't think it's the hardest game. As I said, like some of the like setup and stuff with how you're setting up your like little village area with all the buildings and the thing. As I said, I made mistakes on that I've now corrected, but it gives you the ability to correct that. Also, like the first couple of goes, you're getting used to the game. Like you're only going to be playing for like a couple of minutes, and then you get into the level, and it might take like 10, 15 minutes to actually get to the boss. I didn't actually sort of register exactly how long it is. That sort of order of magnitude, but I don't think it's a massively difficult game to play. It's fairly simplistic. You can actually turn on auto fire, so you're not having to pump the trigger. You move a bit slower when you're firing, but I found that was quite useful because then you could concentrate on sort of dodging incoming enemy fire. And you can also speed up or slow down the game. So like there is actually different like sort of achievements and different sort of approaches you can take to the level by playing it on a faster level, so you can kind of like ramp up as you go. But even when you're in the level, you can speed it up and slow it down just to make it a little bit easier and easier to function. But I don't think it's a particularly difficult game to play. My one concern for playing it on a handheld is oddly it would work better sideways because of the kind of vertical nature of the game than it does in kind of displaying it in landscape. So yeah, that's my only slight concern, but I don't think it's a major concern. I think you'd still be fine with it, and it'll be okay. But I've obviously been playing it on a TV screen, and yeah. But like as I said, I generally recommend it even to casuals. It's not the hardest to play game. I just think it's really good, basically. In the same way, like Vampire Survivors has got a high ceiling in terms of where you can go with learning it. It's still a reasonably low barrier to entry just to have fun with the game. And I think that's similar in this regard as well.
Okay, well, that's Ball Cross Pit. That's on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch 2 soon.
A lot of stuff is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 soon, I notice.
Too soon for your liking?
to $12.99, depending on your platform.
Yeah, and worth it, I think, for that.
I have a question about everything not coming yet to the Switch 2. It's coming soon. Is it apparently just an absolute nightmare to develop for the Switch 2, or is it just people haven't got around
I've heard
to it?
nothing about this. I don't know.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff seems to be taking a while to show up on it. It's odd.
Usually,
Maybe
if there's if there's development problems with a platform, we tend to hear about it pretty sharpish in the public. Like if you remember the PS3 debacle, like it was technically more powerful, but it was harder to develop cross-platform games on the PS3 compared to the Anyway,
I imagine it's new. It's probably slightly slow to apply for, knowing Nintendo that might not be the smoothest process to get through all the games that are applying for it, possibly. So that might slow down a bit. But I imagine it's just the case that it's quite a small audience, and you might have to do a bit more work for it, and people just aren't used to that yet, I would imagine.
No idea.
Bear Dinkum. I could talk about something very quickly because I've already talked about it before. And that thing I have talked about before is Hades 2. And the reason I'm talking about Hades 2 again is that it's finally hit version 1.0, which means it's out of early access. Huzzah! And it's ready to be enjoyed in its final complete form. I won't go into it in too much depth, but man, Hades 2 is crap. I mean, I love the original Hades, but there was something about the main character in Hades that just really annoyed the crap out of me. And I don't know why. I just thought he was an oik. I just thought he was a bloody oik. He was a cheeky, privileged oik, and that was obviously part of what they were going for, but it just wound me up a little bit in the wrong way. So there is a different protagonist in Hades 2. It's who I think is the sister of the original. It's a lady called Melinoe, if I am pronouncing that correctly. I think I am. But it's kind of in the same universe with some returning cast and characters. But a kind of I'm finding just generally the writing and the characterization a little more to my liking. In terms of the kind of gameplay mechanics versus Hades 1, I think the thing to notice is that Hades 1 was basically get up in the face of the big bads, just melee them to death and keep your fingers crossed. Whereas Hades 2 does feel a bit more deliberately mechanic heavy and a bit more strategic because she's a mage rather than a kind of a brawler. She's a bit of a glass cannon, Melinoe. So you've got to really pick your fights appropriately and do a lot. And the environment and your positioning in that environment feels a lot more important. But I'm really loving it. It's got, again, a wonderful art style. I just love how all the Supergiant games look. It feels like there's a bit more depth to the characters this time around as well. And again, it's just got that little bit like you were saying with Bullcross Pit. It's got that, just one more go. How much further can I get on this run? Just really, really enjoyed it thoroughly. So if you haven't already checked out Hades 2, I thoroughly recommend that you do because it is a good time officially.
I have a question.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. So would you say, I mean, we spoke about Hades 2 a while ago, so forgive me if I've already asked these questions in the past, but is this one that you could just jump straight into, or are you going to need to play the first game to cross the story over?
No, not at all. You can just jump straight in. In fact, it been quite a while since I played the original Hades, slightly forgot what happened, and it just got me up to speed immediately. It gives you a very quick, it'll help you get grounded in it very quickly, so you won't be wondering what the heck has gone on. But that being said, the original Hades is still a corking game, and you could do a lot worse if you wanted to find out if Hades 2 was going to be the kind of thing that interested you, and you just wanted to test out the Hades universe. So you can probably pick it up for cheap from somewhere now, I'd imagine. And it's a brilliant game in its own right if you do feel that way inclined and want to check out the universe before you get stuck into it.
I have a question, Mr. Dan.
Go on.
Sorry. Go on.
Yeah.
You want to go, Carl?
I was going to say, but Dan, the people want to know, how does this stack up to Hellclock?
Oh, how does this stack up to Hellclock? It's a very different game than Hellclock, I would say. But Hellclock feels much more polished than Hellclock, which I think has still got a lot better work to do in its end game, whereas this feels like it's kind of got a very long tail to the gameplay to finish everything out. Where Hellclock, you kind of very much feel that you finished the main game and that's it. Whereas Hades and Hades 2 have got a bit more of that long-term replayability in mind. In my opinion, I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but yeah, they're both. To be fair, Hades 1, Hades 2, and Hellclock are all stonking games. So yeah, check them out.
I'd like
Hellclock verified on Steam Deck now, by the way.
I'd
Sorry,
like to
carry on.
complain that Coleman asked a question without saying, I have a question, which I believe is illegal on this podcast. But I also have a question.
Oh no, we lost Tim.
Oh dear, Tim's internet has gone again. How did that happen?
But Dan, this is the first sequel that Supermassive Games has made. They've always done like games that were quite highly regarded, did well, and like Bastion and lots of other stuff that gamers really liked. But what do you think is the reason why they went back to the well on this game in particular when they'd avoided doing that in the past? Do you think money, or is there a good reason from having played the game you think this is the one they went back to?
I think it's because the first one sold really, really well.
Yeah,
I think there is, the cynic in me thinks that's probably a large amount of it. But I think it's this kind of, this borrows from kind of Greek mythology quite heavily, that there's a lot of interesting tales to tell. I don't think they kind of exhausted the narrative of all the characters in the first game. And I think kind of with a lot of stuff that Supergiant's done before, they've kind of, they've told the story that needed to be told, and there's not really much. They're kind of adding more to it would just be quite obviously adding more to it. Whereas I think there's such rich lore around kind of the Greek gods that it's it's very easy to find interesting characters that they can continue to riff on. So yeah, but I think to Coleman's point, the money probably has quite a lot to do with it. The monies.
Yeah, Sam Ronan raises a good point where he says that the animation style makes it look like it should have a Netflix tie-in. That's a genius idea.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, to be honest with you.
I'd prefer that over the Castlevania series.
Yeah.
Other streaming services are available.
Fair. So, yeah, that's Hades. It's in its 1.0 version now. It's on PC, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, and Mac. Is that on consoles yet? It's not like... When's it coming to PlayStation and Xbox? That's got to be soon, surely.
Yeah,
I know they had the exclusivity on Switch again, like they did with the last
one.
Right? Yeah, we'll see.
I'd imagine sometime next year, I would have thought.
Fair enough. They could drop it on Christmas. Be a nice little present.
Yes, they could drop it on Christmas.
Drop it on Christmas.
Yeah.
Drop it
Go
on
to hell
Christmas.
for Jesus' birthday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd probably want to play this on the Steam Deck anyway. So
yeah.
But I've
it's great on
finished
Steam
the first
Deck.
one, so I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going with Hades and Hellclock until I've exhausted those games and go to Hades 2, Electric Boogaloo. Ladies 2, because female protagonist.
Are you sure you want to
Herdes.
keep on talking here?
Herdes.
No. And we know where this is going. We know where the next what the next thing you're going to say is, and no.
We know what number 3 is going to be. They, them, D's.
No, I wasn't expecting that direction.
And
I
then
kind
all
of
the
feel
audience
we're
applauds.
stumbling into a minefield here. Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we? Shall we talk
Let's
about
stumble
something
out
else?
of it.
Every
Let's
Greek god,
blown off.
every Greek god you approach, they're like, "You're very brave." I applaud you.
Okay, I think we should move on, Coleman.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you're talking about Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice.
I believe it's Ivalice Chronicles.
Yes.
Apologies if I'm getting that wrong. First off the bat, thank you,
So you're saying
Squeenix. Thank
you believe it's that, but you still had no idea. You just say, but people say it is Ivalice.
Say it with confidence.
I did when I was writing out the agenda. I did look up phonetic spelling, so there's a use of AI for you. Yes, we'll just call it Final Fantasy Tactics from here on out.
Let's do
and I
that.
will say
Let's do that.
Thank you, Squeenix, and thank you, It's Aired, for providing me a code.
Thanks, Ed.
If you're watching the video version, the footage is playing the classic version, then it jumps into the modern day version, because you have the choice of both, so that's nice. So yes, I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics, the latest effort to bring Final Fantasy Tactics back, which I applaud, because I have never got on with a series. I've always been with the mainline Final Fantasy games. I've never, apart from Crisis Core, I've never really got into any of the spin-off type titles. So this is a new one for me, and it's been pretty cool. I've been missing out for quite some time. This is something that I probably would have had a lot of time for on the older. This was PS1, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I think it
Or
also
even
came
the-
out on the PS. There was a PSP version as well.
Yeah,
which
the
I distinctly remember
Lion
playing.
something. Yeah, it had a different name on the PSP, but yes, that's exactly it. So this is the idea of taking the usual turn-based tactics format and switching out for something a bit more strategic. You're moving characters around on isometric grids, lining up attacks, and planning several turns ahead, kind of like chess Final Fantasy. It's a bit more XCOM for you, for your strategy heads out there, which is something, again, these types of games I'd never really gotten into until something broke the mold for me, and that was Mario cross Rayman. Rabbids, whatever it was called.
That was no. Don't knock it. That is a cracking game. That
It is a
absolute-
banging game. I need to go back to
banger
the
of a
second
game.
one. I need to go
it's a
back to the
great
second
game,
one at
that.
some point. But I love the first one. I played that whole thing in over a weekend and then did all the Donkey Kong DLC. I absolutely loved it. But yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about Donkey Kong and Rabbids and
You
Mario.
are
We are
correct.
talking about Final Fantasy Tactics.
This
but
is
yeah, so
talked of in very high regards. Basically, people talk about this as one of the best tactic games of all time.
so much so, I think it was the State of Play they announced this on, and I was sat there watching it with the man called Rick, and as soon as he realised what this was, he did let out a very excited
That's
roar.
his response to a lot of things, though.
That's do you want a cup of coffee?
Would you like some baked beans tonight?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah,
accurate.
pretty much what he does.
So yes, I will say I've been playing this on the PlayStation 5. I do want to double dip and pick this up on the Steam Deck. I would imagine I haven't looked into it, but I would imagine this plays well on a Steam Deck. I have to look into that.
I will
But
look
this
into it
is
for you now.
thank you very much. This is much more suited for me to play this on the go rather than sit at home and play. So the improvements are, if you're looking at the footage, you can see is a much more smoothed out art style. You've got updated fonts and things. You have a fast forward ability, and there's quality of life improvements like auto
Oh, I
saving.
like a quality of life improvement.
You do like a quality
I
of
love
life
a quality of
improvement.
life improvement.
And also voice acting. I don't think there was voice
Yeah, I've
acting
heard
in the
mixed
original
reviews
game.
about that. No, there
It's
were.
a little
I
bit-
think that they added that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit hit and miss with the voice acting. I will say that I've been playing, because you've got the choice of playing it in like the original mode, but it's not the original mode. I think it's more like the PSP version of the game, and then the remaster edition. You have a choice of doing the two. I've gone for the newer version just because I want to see the quality of life improvements and things, and the shiny shines. But I am playing it muted, so I can listen to music instead and just read along rather than listen to the voice acting. Because
I mean, how have you kind of dipped into the voice acting?
Yeah, I've listened to enough of it and gone, it's not quite hitting me. And it's also like I mean, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite, and I
mean,
love
you're
that,
wrong,
that.
but because Final Fantasy
I know
VI
everyone's
is objectively
everyone's entitled to their favorites and their own opinions. But
better. I mean,
this
you're wrong,
one,
but I'll let it slide.
it's more the kind of fantastical medieval style of Final Fantasy, which I can never really get along with. But so there's a lot of verily, the princess.
It's
has
a
been
lot of
kidnapped.
whimsy.
Whimsy,
There's a lot of
yes.
whimsy.
Good. So yes, along with the other improvements, there's a job system. There's different ways of upgrading. Sorry, I should probably get into this. You've got a main character. You have a party, and your which I will call us. Yes, yeah, your party of characters, and then when you get onto a battle, it kind of sets you up with a grid, and it goes, you have 3 to 5 characters usually. Stick where you're going to put them on the grid, and then you're going to get into a little bit of tactical fighting for some fun times. And you mess around with different character classes in your party, and then along the way, you can pick up new classes and you can pick up new characters. You can hire new characters at taverns. And then you can upgrade those characters. There's the classic experience points to level up your characters, but also There's a job system which you use to apply new abilities to your character, using in exchange for a form of experience point. Then there are equipment upgrades. Equipments that you can buy and then put on your characters to carry on with the game. So your idea is to go through and battle along and follow along with the story and build up your party. Which is great. Very different for my style of Final Fantasy, like the mainline kind of Final Fantasy that I prefer, because I don't get too attached to all the side characters. It's just like, that's my scout, that's my healer, that's my archer, that's my mage. You can go in and rename them if you want. I'm not really doing any of that. I'm just playing.
I mean,
the
to be
game
fair, that's how
as
Coleman
is.
addresses tradespeople. He just calls them plumber, and builder, brick band.
No, I say boss, or I say mate. Do you want a cup of tea, mate? You know, biscuit on the side there.
Look at you. Someone's going for a promotion.
Gary Baldy.
Yeah, I know you are. That's what I call you if your name's Gary, by the way.
Yeah.
Gary Coleman.
Anyway, what I find you're going to find here, if you are a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics, then this is probably going to be a must-play for you, because it's the original that's been reworked to play much more nicer for modern-day systems. If you are a fan of Final Fantasy and you've been looking for a reason to get into Final Fantasy Tactics, this is probably going to be the one again to go for, because it is the first one that's been redone. I am enjoying my time with it. Again, I prefer to play stuff like this on like when I'm doing my commute and stuff, rather than just my dedicated big screen game. So I will probably rebuy this on PC.
I mean, I have heard as well, people who haven't played before, it's actually got a pretty meaty story to it. There's some pretty full-on narrative themes in this. It's actually a really, really well-told tale. So it's worth checking out for a number of reasons, as far as
but I will
far as
say,
can
like,
tell.
for a series that's passed me by since I was a teenager, this is I'm incredibly impressed with this game. So I would recommend it for the aforementioned people that I said.
You're making me spend money on Steam again.
Yeah, I think I
Sorry.
like the look of this. I definitely think I'm going to like it.
Well, Tim's got they sent Tim a copy as well, so
Yes,
that was nice.
my sort of game. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I will do so.
I'll
this
buy
is
a
out
copy
on-
then.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
Tim said, "Screw Dan, I'm having that copy."
I mean, it's
'Cause
fair
my
enough.
name's
He
Tim,
generally
and this
he
is how I
generally has
talk.
more time to play stuff and review it than
Basically, my copy.
yeah,
screw
it's
that,
fine.
Doctor.
It's fine.
Horsey rode
It's
in on.
fine. It's
But if you did want to
absolutely
purchase
fine.
a copy, you can get it now on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, which I wrote Series 1 for some reason, and Nintendo Switch. It's $39.99 to $49.99.
I shall be merrily picking that up for my Steam Deck, I think. My massive deek. My massive deek. And apparently it runs, according to the internet, exceptionally well on Steam Deck.
It does.
So even more reason
what
to
we
have it
see.
in portable format.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing this on the go. Do I want to? Do I want a Nintendo Switch 2?
No, you
I
don't.
want-
No, you don't. Not at the price it currently is. You don't want one. You don't need it, Coleman.
Dan, do I want a Nintendo Switch?
Don't run financial decisions
Would it-
by me.
Would
Don't do
it be insane to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 to play a game that's available on every other
If
platform?
your question is, will I section you if you buy one? The
You could
answer
play
is no.
all of this week's games on it. That'd be fine.
Dan,
It's better than buying a Rogue Ally X in terms
It's
of
a
price.
ROG Ally X, Tim. It's not a Rogue
Whatever.
Ally. It's a ROG Ally.
It's Rogue to me.
would that just be insane to buy a Nintendo Switch 2?
What?
It's an
Why
investment.
do you want me to section you? You
I don't know.
strange man.
Also,
I
by
really
the way,
want to play Donkey Kong, but I don't want to buy a system to play Donkey Kong. So if I have more options,
oh, you can play
not too
Mario
bothered
Kart.
about the new.
Um,
Yeah, not too bothered about the Pokemon release, but
apparently, and I'm not sure I believe this, but having looked things up, Ball X Pit isn't pronounced Ball X Pit or Ball Cross Pit. Apparently, that's just a spacing thing. It's just called Ball Pit. Apparently.
So I was right when I called it Ball Pit originally.
Yes. Although it's not how I've
I
heard
hate the
other
world.
people describing it, so I'm not sure that's necessarily accurate.
Then why make it?
I don't know. That's what the internet says, and
bothers
you
me.
can't disagree with the internet.
It's in the bloody Steam listing as ball space X space pit.
Thing sucks.
Yeah. I don't understand. The world doesn't make sense anymore. Let me go
No.
back to a game I've been playing for the best part of 10 years that isn't Destiny.
Okay.
No Man's Sky.
Oh.
It's had another update because they just can't move on from
Just
No
can't
Man's
quit
Sky.
that game.
They will not stop until it finally looks like what they promised in that on that E3 stage 11
I
years
still
ago.
have not seen a long-necked dinosaur in this game.
No.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It does look fantastic, though.
It
from
does
the
look
screenshots.
so this is like the 6th major update. It's just absolutely bonkers. So all of the goodness from previous updates is in there. I mean, visually it's been completely overhauled. It looks marvelous. But the big thing here is that you do actually get to build your own Corvette class starships. So not like the big honking things you see floating about your capital ships, but also not your teeny tiny ships. This is your kind of middle-sized ship where you can go on fun gallivanting adventures with your friends, all on the same ship. And
Let's go.
the thing is, the thing here is that you actually kind of learn recipes essentially for building additional modules to them, and you can really make just any design of ship you want. I've seen like Millennium Falcons, TIE fighters, even like kind of battle buses and stuff like that. It is just brilliant what I've seen people do with this. And you can invite mates on board your ship, and you just all go exploring like kind of a big intergalactic fun bus, and it becomes like your base for all of like the co-op adventures that you can go on.
But who does the base
fully-
belong to?
It belongs to you're going
All
somewhere with this. I
our
can tell.
base belong
All
to
our
us.
base, yes. No, well, no.
Yeah.
All our, no. It belongs to
All
me.
our
my
space
base.
bus.
All your base belong to me. Yes, all of them. The
I don't know why I decided to
mean,
go with an old reference like that, but you know.
Yeah. But no, it's great. You can just really customize it to your heart's content, and you kind of go hooning about in your ship with your mates, and you can all just have fun. It's brilliant. It really kind of makes No Man's Sky the kind of co-op community experience I think it always perhaps should have been. And it's like Star Citizen, except without the terrible scourge of cynical capitalism to it. Really, to be fair.
And full VR support.
Yeah. Don't start him off, for the love of God. And for the first time ever, you can actually space dive from your ship. You can
Space
get
dive.
out. You can do a spacewalk
Get
from your
out and
ship.
spacewalk.
So yeah, it's good times. If you haven't picked up No Man's Sky yet, and I kind of can't quite work out who wouldn't have picked it up by now, but if you haven't, this is just, I think, just a brilliant update to No Man's Sky. I still don't know how they're convincing their accountants that throwing this much resource at a 10-year-old game makes financial sense. But
Well,
hey,
not charging.
I'm not
for
going
it,
to
that's the
argue.
thing. Not charge
Apparently,
for any of their updates.
apparently, a lot of the improvements for No Man's Sky seen in Voyagers, this update, a lot of it was testing for their new game, so that might be why.
Okay, fair enough. We'll let them off.
I have reinstalled this since the trailer went. I just have not had any time to play it. It's the story of my life. But I do hope to get back into No Man's Sky at some point.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
about
it's gonna be
12
a Christmas
updates
game at this
behind,
rate.
but-
Yeah, it's a really good. It's kind of like the chill game I go to. No Man's Sky now, I have to say. I really enjoy just kind of aimlessly trundling about the universe. It's always fun, and this means you get a big fun space bus to do it in. So yeah, do that.
Ooh. Gonna come
Thoroughly
jump on your
recommended if you
space
haven't got
bus.
it already. Well worth reinstalling for the downloading the patch. So
shall
do
get
all
into
of
that.
those things. You should. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Yes.
All right. One more.
One more.
One more. Skipping the news again. It's all right.
Are we?
We're gonna.
We've got lots of games.
Yeah,
We're good.
we haven't got a lot of time for news. We've got a lot of time for games.
Is there one more? I probably don't really need to speak about Borderlands 4 again, do I?
It gives
Well,
us an
you're speaking
excuse
about
to-
Borderlands 4, or
to-
we're finishing up.
Yeah. It gives us an excuse to talk about Randy Pitchford and take the piss out of him as well.
I mean, you can do if you want.
It's
So,
worth it.
all right, I'll
Love
just
Randy
do a very
Pitchford.
simple. I've been playing more Borderlands 4. They continue to update it, try and make it a little bit better. I haven't got to the end game yet, but I'm excited to do so. It feels I've gone a bit more lukewarm on the open world aspect of it. It feels a really good idea they haven't quite delivered on, but I can see it being a fun looter shooter when I get into the end game. I've been a bit disappointed, like many have said, online with like the big bad. I was kind of expecting a bit more character development from him, but he's a little bit one-dimensional. He's like, ooh,
Yeah.
timey-wimey nonsense. I could be everywhere at once. Whoa,
I watched
and
the,
when at once.
I watched the Yahtzee video on it, and it went into the thing about the final boss, and yeah, it does seem quite underwhelming the way he describes it. I forget what his new show's called, the one that's not Zero Punctuation.
Second Wind is where he is.
That's the one. No, that's the company.
Oh, that is a company. I still think it's called. It might be called partially Ramblematic, I think, rather than fully Ramblematic. But
Ramblomatic,
Right.
no, isn't it?
Yeah.
so
Anyway,
but yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
yes.
it's they continue to try and keep optimizing it, but it still it still runs like a bit of a pig, and you have to to really get the performance out. But you have to do a couple of certainly on the last couple of updates anyway. Do be happy to trundle around in the command line. But
Fully
they are
Ramblematic. Thank you, Sam.
fully Ramblematic. But they are going to push yet more updates. So yeah, there we go. I've been having moderate fun with it and continue to have moderate fun with it. So
May I
seems
say,
fine, but-
I saw a thing from Randy Pitchford recently where
There we
I
go.
kind of agreed with him and
Strap
didn't
it.
call him a
Whoa!
Whoa!
didn't call him a muppet for once.
Okay.
But, surprise, Randy Pitchford. He was saying something in an interview recently. He got quoted as saying, like, Borderlands, you know, for all the complaining about the Borderlands series, it does seem to be the only game in town for a first-person looter shooter at the moment. He's kind of right. How's no one just like for all the technical problems and the cringe writing and stuff? How come no one's just gone? Here's the best Borderlands. Like, why has that not happened?
Well, here's a better Borderlands, you mean?
Yeah, the Borderlands killer.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it feels like the looter shooter thing's a bit over, and they're just the last people in town. I'm not saying it's unpopular because people do like Borderlands and people do flock to it, but
Well, I think it
don't know
morphed
that
into
looter
games of
shooters are
service,
really-
but people
Yeah.
are kind of sick of games of service. So
Yeah,
why
I
not
think that's
just?
it.
Go
I mean,
for some
I'm
more,
very glad
looter
that
shooters?
it isn't like that hasn't turned into Destiny being a games of service. I'm glad
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some ways that it is that it is its own self-contained bit of oddness in some way.
I've just been reminded of Outriders.
No, oh god, oh god.
Also,
I forgot
though,
about
while,
Outriders.
while we're on the subject of Randy Pitchford, he did also say did I think tweeted out and stuff and said publicly that the game wouldn't go on sale for at least 3 years, and it's already
And
on
then
sale.
it went on sale.
So I don't know if that's a good sign, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we knew that was going to happen.
it's probably going to happen
like,
anyway. Yeah.
I think Borderlands 3 went on sale. It felt like that went on sale in the first month of it releasing. So, anywho, so you're still having fun with it, Dan?
I'm still having moderate amounts of fun with it.
Would you recommend anyone picking it up at full price at the moment, even though it's on sale?
I would.
Yeah, don't run for full price when it's on sale.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
stupid.
exactly.
Or if you really want to support the developers.
There's no right answer for me here, is there?
No.
No, all right.
It's fine. PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. It is $59.99 to $69.99.
Oof.
Indeed.
Never pay £70 for a game.
I did last month, but you know.
Silly boy.
Speaking of which, Ghost of Yotai, I put another 15 hours or so into that. Still loving that. That's still good so far. Really enjoying
I
my
wish
time
I
with
could.
Yeah.
Well,
It's been very
luckily, the next game I've been sent for review next week, they've sent me a Steam copy so I can play that on my handheld. So that frees up my PlayStation in the evenings.
Jolly good.
Good. Yes.
Good.
I have to get used to walking around my Steam Deck again now.
Ooh.
I haven't switched my Steam Deck on in like 2 months. Anywho. Right, shall we wrap up?
Let's wrap up. So, if we are wrapping up, it's that time of the day where I have to remind you to go to bigredbarrel.com/store and buy things with my face on it. That's right, buy my face. Are there new things with my face on it? No. Have I got a new face? No. But you should still go and buy those things all the same. And shirts and mugs and other items of just general fun goodness that don't have my face on them and are therefore arguably slightly better than the things with my face on it. But you can still
Big
buy
Red
things
Barrel.
with my face.
bigredbarrel.com/store. Buy things with Dan's
Indeed.
face on it.
Eating
Buy
my
my
dust.
face.
And
That's
better
right, young Dan.
things.
Yes, thanks. Oh,
And other things.
Coal man. I don't know.
And the rest.
And what rest? That rest. I'm going to hand over to. I don't know where. I thought you went on to talk. What, I thought I've exhausted all the store talk. I'll just talk it, Tim. Tim, Tuesday's Tuesday. Tell me about Tuesday.
Tuesday is indeed a
got
Tuesday, and each
confused.
and every Tuesday we do an event called Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington. Each Tuesday we have a different feature game, and if you play that feature game that evening, you can win a copy of the game. This week's game is a
Sounds
really cool little
expensive.
game. It's the King of Tokyo Duel version, so it's a two-player
Ooh.
variant of King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo is a very good little game where you are monsters stomping around Tokyo, trying to insert your dominance in a Godzilla-type
Insert
fashion.
my dominance or
Yes.
assert my dominance?
Assert your dominance.
Insert my dominance.
No, assert.
Insert your assertiveness of your
Yeah,
dominance.
of your dominance
I could
on
have sworn
Tokyo
you said you wanted me to
as a
insert my dominance
Godzilla-style
somewhere.
monster,
I really was not
legally
comfortable
distinct
about
from
that.
Godzilla. But yeah, this is the two-player variant. It is a bit different. It plays a bit differently, but it's very fun. If you come along and try it out on Tuesday, you could win a copy just by doing so. There are more details on the right-hand side of bigredbarrel.com, or you can join the over 2,200 people in our meetup group. Search for Tabletop Tuesdays on meetup.com, or just come along to the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington this here Tuesday.
And remember, kids,
No,
if you go there in person,
no,
Tim
Insert your
loves it.
dominance into Tim.
no.
Damn it! I was going to say that. He loves it if you just look at him in the eye, look at him longingly in the eye, and offer to insert your dominance.
Tabletop Tuesday at the Loading Bar in Stoke Newington. Be there Tuesday for the King of Tokyo 2-player. Is it an expansion or is it a
King
brand
of
new
Tokyo
game?
Duel. It's a
Well,
separate
my
game.
dominance, well, it
Smaller
is.
box.
King of
It's-
Tokyo Duel. Do you know what? I may pick up a copy of that for myself because that sounds
It's
good.
good.
Fun. Lovely.
Yeah. Could do something
Right.
for partying this weekend. Bit of 2-player action. Whee!
Whee! Let's.
I mean, the original game's better for a party, Coleman. It depends how many people you're partying with.
A lot of people, but I thought, how quick a succession? How quick of a game time do you get with this? Do you reckon? Could this be over like sharpishly, or is this an hour runtime? Or
No, I mean,
What do you reckon?
I'm not actually sure on this one. The original game
I'm
is,
genuinely
is
I'm
around
genuinely
40
have
minutes for 2 to
interest in
6.
this.
Whereas the
Okay.
two-player version, I think, is a bit shorter, but I'm not entirely
Okay.
sure how much shorter.
That's why I want short attention spans, shorter game.
Okay.
Good idea. All right.
Splendid.
If you've enjoyed this show, be sure to go to bigredbarrel.com. That's the website that hosts this here podcast, amongst other things. Be sure to go to bigredbarrel.com, check out stuff, check out things, go click all the fun little icons that will tell you not only about Tabletop Tuesday, but also give you our social media links, where you can find us on absolutely everything that's at Big Red Barrel, including YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now, if you're watching the stream, give it a like. If you're watching the catch up, give it a like, give it a comment. If if you're watching and not subscribed, what the hell's wrong with you? Subscribe. It will tell you when we're going live. You can catch these shows. It will tell you when the full high-quality version is available for you to check out. Go do that. But also be sure to check out our Discord. There's a link at bigredbarrel.com/Discord. That will take you to an invite. You can go there, talk to us. I hadn't looked at the Steam games until last week for quite some time. A lot of them have been claimed, which is great.
Excellent.
I was worried they were just going to sit there and expire, but I'm glad a lot of people have taken those games. There are still plenty of games.
I need to rummage around the back of my humble choice sofa at some point and get some coats that I'm never going to get around to using.
Some absolute bangers have been claimed. We had the remaster of Dragon's Dogma. We've had High on Life. We've had one of those Dark Pictures anthology games that Tim likes so much. Loads of games have been claimed. Absolute stonkers. So yes, go check us out on Discord. And remember, bigredbarrel.com for the website. Thank you.
Yes. Well, that's pretty much it for this week then, isn't it? So all that's really left to do is to remind you that I have been Dan.
I might have been Tim.
I've been inserting my dominance.
Where?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It's a bit depressing that it's your dominance and no one really knows where you inserted it. And it doesn't sound that dominant.
Damn it.
Doesn't
He's
sound that
absolutely
dominant.
done me. He's absolutely done me.
I've done you. Knob jokes. Anyway, we're going to go. We're going to go now. Thank you so much for tuning in this week or whatever you kids do these days. And until next time, dear listeners.
Tuning in.
Toodle bye. Look at you. That's what you do when you play with your dominance.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
Oh, here's a good one.
You can like blast other people's balls.
In your bed.
I follow for no banana in my tailpipe. Get over there!
There's Coleman inserting his dominance.
Worst episode ever.
Couldn't find the button. I need to make a shortcut for that button.
Well, that was a show.
Yeah. We didn't even do this with the Final Fantasy because it's not the victory music.
Our victory now.
In the editing suite, Dan, the mastery of all that goes to air.
What?
In the editing suite, Dan, the mastery
Yes.
of all that goes to air.
That's Coleman is the master of the editing suite.
Yeah, Sam. Do not besmirch my good name of editing.
Nope. Coleman does all the hard work, to be fair.
Yeah. We just turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so very true.
I just
So
plan the
very
show
true.
out, source all the clips, do the editing, put the video out,
Tim brings the talent, is what Tim brings.
write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
I'm not sure that's accurate.
Oh, asserting the dominance by being in control of the edit. That's what I do.
Well, that's that. Still haven't played Destiny. Do you know how I haven't played Destiny since August the 21st? I think I might be nearly better.
You're cured. It's a miracle.
Do I remember rightly? Did the CEO step down like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, he did.
And
a bit.
we just missed it because we were absent.
Yeah, yeah.
So does that mean you're back to Destiny because the CEO's gone, or
No,
or
I
you just done with
genuinely
it?
haven't played it since August.
No,
the
I
21st.
mean, would you be going back to it? The protest is over, or are you just
no?
done?
I kind of sadly think it's on life support now. Sadly, it's a shame. Had a
Shall we
good
just
run.
all really get into Sea of Thieves or No Man's Sky?
Yeah,
Just create a new addiction.
yeah. It's quite nice actually playing video games again. I have to say, rather than just playing Destiny,
Yeah.
which was essentially what playing video games was for me.
it became a bit of a full-time job.
Like I'm at like kind of a Destiny Anonymous thing. Hi, my name's Dan. I haven't picked up an exotic engram in 92 days.
We give you like when the Alcoholics Anonymous
give me a little coin, a little strange coin.
Yeah, they give you the coin. Yeah, that's it. I was going to say it's a strange coin.
Yeah.
Did I give you one of those? I had some of those. I forgot.
I've got a strange coin. You gave me. I had a 3D printed strange coin. And
I had a wooden one.
Strange coin.
Someone made me some wooden ones. I remember I gave one to Jackson at a live show. I can't remember where the other two went. I'm sure I sent you one.
I'm sure it does
anyway,
the kind of thing I would have somewhere.
Thank you, everyone, for watching live. I don't know why I said it in such a weird, pedantic way.
Slightly creepy way.
Thank you, everyone, for watching live.
No, I wasn't going to do that. Jesus.
What are we doing for the outro?
I don't know. You just got us cancelled.
Going home?
So
let's do...
it's going to be Dick, isn't
that
it?
one.
It's going to be Dick. We know it's gonna be
let's do Dick. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Insert that dominance.
We're going to end the stream now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful...